You can tell a lot about a person by what's in their glass. Sometimes it says, I appreciate true craftsmanship. And sometimes it says, I will definitely try to explain cryptocurrency to you at this party. I'm Tim Fulton, and this is Character Proof. Every episode, we pour a different whiskey, break down the actual tasting notes, and then vividly imagine the exact type of person who drinks it on purpose. So grab a glass, pull up a chair, and get ready for some tasting notes and a whole lot of character flaws. Let's get pouring. Soft. That's the first word, and it almost feels like a complaint. You bring this to your lips, braced for fireworks, for the heat, the proof, the punishment a bottle this mythologized surely owes you. And instead it just arrives. Warm caramel, a whisper of vanilla bean, a long exhale of brown sugar, like a room someone left a fire burning in for hours. No rye spice clawing at the back of your throat. This is a weeded bourbon, which means the grain that usually brings the pepper and the bite has been quietly escorted out of the room and replaced with something rounder, gentler, more forgiving. It is the liquid equivalent of being told everything is going to be fine by someone who has no real way of knowing that. Let the sensory part breed because it earns it. Past the caramel on the nose, there's dried cherry, a little pipe tobacco, old leather, the smell of a library in a house where someone wealthy once made a quiet bad decision. The palate is staggeringly soft, toffee, butterscotch, a swell of dark fruit, baking spice that turns up late and polite, like a guest who knows he isn't the point of the party. The wheat lends it a rounded, almost dessert-like weight that coats the tongue without ever scratching it. And the finish goes on and on. Caramelized sugar, a last curl of oak char, warmth settling into your chest like good news. Is it an excellent bourbon? Genuinely, yes. Is it $400 or $4,000 on the secondary market? Better than a weeded pour at 1/40th the price? It is not. And somewhere a man just paused this episode to draft an email he will not send. Because we need to talk about that man. Not the person who drinks this, almost nobody actually drinks this, but the person who acquires it. His name is Grayson Wexley, and Grayson would like you to call him a collector, in the same tone other men reserve for sommelier or survivor. His love affair with this bottle began the precise moment he learned it was hard to get, which is the only quality he truly values in anything. He does not have a palate. He has a wish list. He's in 4 Facebook groups, 2 Discord servers, and 1 text chain so secret it has a name, something like The Vault, that he checks more often than he checks on his own children. He knows the release calendar better than his anniversary. He says the word allocated the way other people say, I love you. Picture the ritual. A Tuesday in October, 7:40 in the morning, and Grayson is parked outside a strip mall liquor store in his Subaru, cold brew sweating in the cup holder, because a clerk named Brandon once implied that drops happen early. He's wearing a quarter-zip fleece vest over a flannel, the uniform of a man who wants you to believe he could split firewood but has never once swung an axe. He has a spreadsheet. The spreadsheet has conditional formatting. It tracks bottles he has touched, bottles he has photographed, and bottles he has in the pipeline, a phrase that means nothing. And when he finally lands one, through a connection, always a connection, never the indignity of simply buying it, he does not drink it. God, no. He photographs it. On a slab of reclaimed barnwood he purchased specifically for photographing bottles, beside an unused Glencairn and a single ice cube he will let melt. He posts it with a caption of devastating false modesty, grateful, and then refreshes for each of the 41 likes like a man taking his own pulse. His home bar is a mausoleum of deferred pleasure. Wax seals still perfect, dust wiped quarterly, bottles rotated like museum pieces, flanked by a $4,000 leather chair angled for the poor, and a coaster that cost more than his first car. He'll tell you, unprompted, that he's saving the Pappy for a special occasion. But the occasion never comes. It can't. Because no single night could ever be special enough to justify lowering the resale value. And that's the whole tragedy, sitting right there in the amber. Grayson has confused scarcity with quality, ownership with experience, the hunt with the having. He doesn't want to drink this bourbon. He wants to have almost drunk it, forever, in front of an audience. He is standing in the doorway of something genuinely lovely, soft, warm, generous, an apology in a glass, and he will not walk through it, because the moment he does, the photograph stops being true. So tonight, while Grayson dusts a bottle he intends to be buried beside, do the thing he never will. Pour 2 fingers of whatever wheated bourbon you can actually afford. Smell the caramel. Taste the toffee. Let the char say goodbye. And then drink it. On a Tuesday. For absolutely no reason at all. That, it turns out, was always the special occasion. Well, the glass is empty, and the verdict is officially in. That's going to do it for this episode of Character Proof. If you enjoyed the show, please hit subscribe, leave us a 5-star review, and share it with that one friend whose whiskey shelf costs more than their car. You know exactly who I'm talking about. Want us to put your go-to bottle to the test? Drop your favorite pour in the reviews, or hit us up on socials, and we might just profile you next. Until next time, drink responsibly, pour generously, and always check your character flaws. Cheers.